Hello everyone, my name is Albert and welcome back to our 180 Studios video. This is MMD from A to Z, the course that will help you get started with MMD. In this video, I'm not only going to teach you how to animate, but also give you a short and basic UI tour telling you what the main buttons do. Also, just a quick side note, I had to turn down a few graphical settings because when I watched the last recording, I realized that my graphics card was not up to the task and the recording was lagging. So please excuse the small amounts of lag. Let's begin. The viewport is the place where you can see what you are doing. The button in the corner allows you to switch between the camera and the model you last used. Frame manipulation is the tab that allows you to move between the frames of your timeline and edit your animation keyframe-wise. These tiny little diamonds are keyframes. It has three main functions: forwards and backwards by just one frame, forwards and backwards at the frame you last worked on, and forwards and backwards at the beginning or end of your animation. Once you have something in your timeline, the rest of the buttons will begin working. Trust me. Also, we will discuss about the small ones in the next part, but for now, let's leave them aside. Model manipulation allows you to add and delete models. To add a model, you just click load and load your model. You can also switch between the camera and all the models you have if you have more than one model. Also, MMD only supports models in the .pmx and PMD format. Light manipulation allows you to set the lighting as you want. Color and a basic light source. Tip: look at the controls you have on the right side and notice their colors. They correspond to the axis you see in the middle of your scene. X is side to side. Y is up and down. And Z is forwards and backwards. Accessory manipulation allows you to load accessories like stages and props, parent them, and edit some of their attributes. View is the tab that allows you to switch between multiple camera positions around your model and your currently selected bone. You can also track bones and models. Now that you know what the main buttons do, let's get animating. To be a 3D animator, you need to know the basic principle of animation. You make a movement at one frame, then you make a movement at another frame further in the timeline, and then MMD makes the frames in between for you. I don't know how is it for 2D animation, but this is what happens in a 3D software. To make a model move, you move bones, and then you click register for every bone you move. Do not forget to click register, as when you move to a new frame, well, your whole progress will be deleted, as you saw right there. Now let's make something. Tip: to save some time, use the unregistered button after you did everything and then register. Same thing applies when animating the camera. By the way, this is, well, the camera. In the upper left corner of the viewport, you can see what model you are currently using. And to play your animation, you just click play. Simple, right? So when you register, you can see that keyframes are created in your timeline. You can edit them by dragging or by using the small buttons you have at the bottom. MD is very simple. Most of the time, buttons do what it says on the label. Also, some buttons are duplicate. For example, take the reverse button. You can find it both in the frame manipulation tab and in the bone one, right here. Another example is the facial tab. It does exactly what you think. It modifies face expressions. Again, here you also have to click register when making a move. There are two ways in which you can move bones, using the move and rotate buttons, right here, or by using the handles you have on the right side of the viewport. The buttons depend a lot on the way you look at them. As you change your view angle, they move bones differently. The handles depend on the local axis of the bone. Let me show you. As you can see, that, well, if I look differently, it, well, moves differently. But when it comes to the handles, well, no matter how I look at the model, it moves the same. As to why some bones are colored in different ways, bones that are green, well, are not registered. Bones that are blue are already registered, or they have not been altered in any way position-wise. And red bones are the bones that are currently selected. When you mess up, don't worry, you can always click reset and the bone will go back to its original position. Tip: whenever you see a reset button in a tab, that button will reset said tab or object to its original state. There are two types of bones, normal ones and IK. For normal bones, you can only rotate them. For IK bones, those are the square ones, you can not only rotate them, but also move them around. Now, the struggles of getting the timing right. You need to keep on practicing to get good at it. The best you can do is voicing if you are animating something that has a voice, for example. But most of the time it's trial and error till you get good at it, and then it's easier or just a natural thing. Tip: if you want to get good at animation, you can look up examples and then on YouTube slow them down to analyze them properly. You are basically imagining the rig or the bones on the model and seeing how it moves. Additionally, you can download motions, yes, you can download motions off the internet and dissect them to see what makes them tick. That being said, I really hope that I helped you, and if I did, make sure you give this video a like and then maybe even throw me a subscribe. It's 100% free. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next part where I will show you how to use the interpolation curve and finally decipher its mysteries.